Hello friends, and welcome to the Gamer Down. This is your host Dark Hostess, and we're continuing our coverage of the Rift Beta. And as you can see, I'm dancing. I logged off dancing, and I logged back in, and I'm still dancing. That's definitely a new feature in an MMO. Hey, that's pretty cool though. And it looks like the Rift nearby is starting to get into the town. I've heard that the Rifts can completely take over an entire town until everyone unites to shut the Rift down. Really though, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. It might just be for the atmosphere. On to the first quest in this hub. Starting up where we left off in the last video. Let's see. Andraxis defeated us when we were metal. Guess they were a bunch of headbangers before, huh? Thought I heard some Metallica coming out of one of these tents. But he will not defeat the Ascended. Yeah. Actually, this quest is pretty cool here. And it's finally a deviation from the standard kill X number of mobs. But I end up doing it last, so hanging there through the mob grinding. It's not too bad though, since it's only a few mobs. Some MMOs get a little bit excessive and fail grinding, you know, in the quest by having 20 mobs at a time. You know. One of those things that make you sigh when you get a quest like that. And this other quest that the guy had led me over to the warrior trainer, so I finally found him, of whom I'm in dire need of seeing, I believe.
What do you need to learn?
By the way, this is being filmed in Ultra mode, and it performs so well that all my future Rift videos will be in Ultra mode. But I still don't know why the videos on YouTube are having their edges grayed. It must be on YouTube's end, and I guess you have to be a partner to not have your edges grayed. Anyway, I'm not sure on that. I have the ability to upload very lengthy videos since I've used this channel for prior things. I even had a few thousand subscribers at one time, but I wiped all my subscribers clean when I started this new channel.
Place your faith in the vigil. For the vigil.
And let's pick up the last quest here.
Good to see you.
Let's see. Kill X number of mobs. How did I know that was coming? Yeah, best of luck to you, buddy. All you have to do is stand here all day.
Best of luck.
And I'm taking the long way around, so you can see it in Ultra mode. The last video was only in high graphics mode. Not a gigantic difference really, but noticeable. And just look at that gorgeous view. I love the natural lighting effects and the architecture as well. As you can see in those distant buildings, it looks like an oil painting, doesn't it? And there's that rift over there. I have a feeling that's why this area has so many damn mobs in it. I mean, really. You'll see as I get further into this area, the amount of mobs is a bit crazy. Luckily, their aggro range doesn't seem that insane. And looks like a few NPCs around to help. Another thing is these mobs have now become considerably tougher. More than 2 and you're dead meat, really. Even just fighting 2, I found myself struggling, and actually I even died, so might be a class thing, you know. But I chose a tank to be, well, you know, tanky. I thought they would be pretty durable, but it's not working out that way. Maybe because I don't have my shield on. More to research. See what I mean? This guy's beating on me like a red-headed stepchild. I'm still a noob to this game, and I won't claim it isn't entirely my fault, but still, they're kind of kicking my ass here. Glad I leveled up. That was getting a little bit hairy there. And you see just look over there, 4 mobs right next to each other. It might be the Rift. If it isn't, message to the devs. Spread these suckers out a tad. Maybe there was 4 just because the friendly NPCs spawn there. I don't know. That seems a bit excessive. And as you can see, this guy wasn't too hard. I think I started hitting the combos a bit better. Spamming 1 does wonders at the moment when you're, I guess, low level. Some of these mobs, though, seem to need a little fine-tuning. Like the last guy took over half my health off, and this guy barely took any health off, so seems to be a little problem with that, but it might be a beta thing, you never know. And I know I keep going on about the graphics. They're just so nice, though. Just look at that. So pretty. I love all the little details they've added. And like this guy right here, he's doing a considerable amount of damage, so I don't know, needs some fine tuning, but it might be beta. Maybe they're just, you know, testing the limits. You never know on these beta things. And there's a nice view of the Rift right there. And some friendly horses around. Probably part of another quest, no doubt. Finally found the sorcerer. Now we can hopefully move on with this quest a little bit, but this guy seems a little bit broke. I don't think he's fighting back too much. So this mob definitely needs a little fine tuning. But he goes down. Yeah. That rift, I just kept wanting to go over there and check that rift out, and you know I eventually had to do it. But that group of 5 guys right there, I really don't want any part of them. Now, the suspense was killing me to see a rift, so I decided to mosey on over here and see what was going on. I found what was going on not to be good at all. Just see what I mean? Did you see that? Now, what in the hell is going on here? I mean, maybe it's part of the rift, but I don't know. There's like 20 or 30 guys blocking the way to the rift, so that sucks. What a bunch of jerks. Definitely seems you'd need a raid to get through all that mess right there. Alright, enough sightseeing for now. And it's hard to help myself. Sightseeing is one of my favorite things to do in games, and especially in MMOs. And I'm the sort of person who has to check out every nook and cranny and see of an area just to see what's going on. And finding Easter eggs or hidden treasures are a passion, you know. I love doing that. That's what something WoW did very well. That WoW did also a lot of spoofs on pop culture, and that's something I doubt you're going to find in Rift. Yet they seem to have spared no expense on the details. Like those giant mobs sure look awesome over there. Let's see, looking around for the mobs we need here. Now this guy, he's beating the hell out of me. And as you're going to see very soon, me die a horrible death when I pull too many guys, you know. But it happens. It does happen. A shade touched horse. Mr. Horse, can you show me where the shade touched you? On the doll right here. Must be part of another quest. If they're just here for the atmosphere, then, you know, good job, developers. The more things you can add up to the atmosphere to make it more realistic, go for it. Details, details, details. Alright, now you get to see the huge mess I get myself in. Now, I said earlier how I love the mobs running around and being active. Well, just make sure you don't have your back turned while one of them is out for a jog. Now, I thought I just might make it, but this guy makes short work of me. Now, it wouldn't be called The Gamer Down without a few deaths, or 2, or 3. They kick my ass fair and square, and even though some fine-tuning might be in order, 2 mobs beating your ass seems excessive, and especially when the mobs are so jam-packed together. And alright, here, I just wanted to see what happened if I respawn here, and just checking this out, just checking this feature out. But it was a very, very bad idea indeed, as you'll soon see. You can see I was thinking about it though. Was hoping you spawn with full health, but I should have known better. You seem to get a few seconds leeway. I thought I might pull this off also, but should have known better. And down for the count. Let's go check out that graveyard real fast, huh? The death experience seems to be identical to WoW's, like many other aspects of this game. Even down to the same black and white ghostly filter when you're a spirit. I wouldn't mind us seeing, you know, some little innovation in this area. I mean, it is identical to WoW in every way. And while I've said that isn't a bad thing, you know, there needs to be enough new things also to make this game your own. And almost back to my corpse. I guess I should start speeding up the boring parts. I'm not a professional video editor, unfortunately. You kind of need to be a jack of all trades to make reviews like this. Got to be a gamer, a script writer, a narrator, video editor. And it's quite a lot of work, but I'm not complaining. I really can't believe how identical to WoW's death experience this is. I mean, come on, guys. You know. Yeah, but that's pretty cool over there, the tombstone there. And Age of Conan had tombstones with your name on them, and that's about the only cool thing about that game. And would be cool if they added names to these tombstones as well, though. That might not be such a bad idea. And there we go. Finally got my legs and health back. And a few more mobs to go, and we'll be done with this quest here. Where, oh where are you sorcerers? Thought I saw some over here in the beginning. I've also been seeing quite a few players around, and they're probably doing the same thing. Killing all my quest mobs. Come on, guys. Person has level here. Request to developers. More sorcerers in this area, please. I'm not certain how much that rift is affecting spawns, but there seems to be a bit of a shortage on sorcerers. And I finally got one over here, I believe. Now, I'm sure you can make a targeting macro if things got too rough. But the first day this game is released, areas such as this will be jam-packed. And I'm just beginning the beta, you know, just starting it out, you know, from level 1. But there's people who've been in the beta since the beginning of the beta who are already out of this area and higher levels, so it's kind of thinned out. But the first day, everyone and their dog, literally, are going to be in these newbie zones. And if it's like this when, you know, there's not that many people, I mean, something has to be done about that for sure. I finally found another one here. Damn, let's get a little bit excessive trying to find these guys. I mean, you know, this is what drives people away from games. People, come on. Pretty cool. Some gun action over there by another player. That's pretty awesome. And as you can see, I can get pretty close to these guys and not get aggro. So, seems the aggro ranges vary some. No need to run away, man. You could have helped me kill this guy. But no, you had to run away. That's just how people are. No help whatsoever. See, I would have helped that guy. If I saw him fighting, I would have said, you know, he needs some help. I'm going to help him out. But nope, no help. Whoa, did you see that? Was that person just flying? I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, as you can see, I can get really close to these guys without really gaining any aggro. And one more sorcerer to go. There has to be one around here. Don't they want to go that way? Finally found one. Right over here. He's taking a leak by a tree. All these guys being spread out like this is just making this quest seem just extraordinarily long. I mean, this is just a little bit ridiculous. So please, more sorcerers in this area. I mean, this really sucked having to walk around. I mean, this quest took for damn ever. Just and most of the time was spent trying to find the mob I needed. So I hope something's done about some things like that. You know, please. All right, on to the second quest here, and I have a feeling I was supposed to do this quest first. Live and learn. Now this quest, while we've all seen these mechanics in WoW, at least it isn't another, kill X number of mobs, and I was starting to become very worried the entire questing experience. We're going to be kill and collect quest, and I just couldn't handle that. And I just need to use the quest item that I put on my bar a little earlier. And see, there's the guy from the other video. And it turns out he did say thanks when I rewatched that video. And I was in that video going on and on how he didn't even say thanks. Turns out the guy was alright. I guess all the medication is starting to get to me. And as soon as I began this quest, I got some massive lag, but that was due to fraps saving, It only saves in 5 gig chunks. So if you see the little lag spike, that's usually just fraps. But as for the actual game lag, I haven't noticed any game lag at all, really. It's been very, very fast and smooth. Okay, we have to kill these waves of spawns here, and eventually one of Regulos's cronies shows up. I think I'm pulling the aggro at the moment I hit the mob because I'm the tank, and probably the same threat mechanics as well. Now I started to get worried that I might actually bite it here. It's like, come on, Carwin, lay the smack down. This guy alone got me, below half health, and I was getting really worried since the main boss hadn't even showed up. More of these guys, and the big bad spawn of Regulos should show up. So, come on. This doesn't seem like this Carwin guy is barely doing any damage at all. I guess he's just there to kind of tank as you're off tank or something like that. And I believe finally, the spawn of Regulus shows his ugly face. And, he was surprisingly easier than the beginning, but it is beta, so don't take anything too much to heart, really. While this is the final stage of the beta, things might be off balance in testing, and, it's really hard to say. I mean, you can't judge a game that's in beta mode. You just really can't. I mean, anything can change in the moment's notice, so always keep that in mind. Now, of course, that quest idea isn't exactly new. I mean, there's many games where you fight waves of mobs waiting for the boss, so nothing really new there. And I've mentioned it before, and hope the quests further in are more dynamic. So far, there hasn't been one, single questing innovation, and so I'm hoping for at least one. This camera's going a little bit haywire on me. Alright. Some new gloves and a few more items here. Everything should help since I'm practically naked. Actually, I'm barely wearing any equipment at all, so that might be part of the problem. And the next quest looks like we gain another soul to add to our collection. There's some nice new gloves and a few more items. Guess I should turn off auto loot so I can see everything worthwhile, if anything worthwhile is dropping, is everything I had seen up to then was just junk. But you know, you never know. There might be something cool dropping, and guess I'll turn off auto loot just to check that out. And all right, and got some scrolls with that quest, and have to try them out later. And wonder if they have any inscription in profession. Haven't had a chance to look at crafting at all, so I'll have to devote a video to that in the future once I gain some levels. I doubt you can craft much at level 5. And here we go. And this quest actually turned out to be pretty cool and gave me lots of hope that things are getting more dynamic as we gain a few levels. And I'm still loving the graphics, the grass swaying in the wind and all that good stuff. And here you get to see a man run for his life. I felt like I should put on some Pink Floyd Run Like Hell or Benny Hill theme for this, but you know, YouTube would probably jump my butt about that, copyright this and everything. Yes, I must aggro everything in the entire damn area. I'm not sure what happened, but I ended up pulling a whole damn army. Whew. That was close, too close, and almost walked right into another mob. That's just how I roll. Thankfully, health recovers fairly quickly out of combat, and there's also food and water, but I haven't seen much opportunity to use it yet. I mean, you're generally regenerated by the time you engage the next group, so that's not too bad. And this was a bit confusing. I thought I was right next to the objective, but it looks to be on top of the hill. But luckily, the mobs we need for the other quest are on the way up to the top. Yeah, so it makes things much easier. And they go down pretty easy. Easy like a prom date. And I just need 8. So that's not too bad. He goes by fairly swiftly, since you don't have to search all over the Kingdom Come to find them. It makes things much nicer. And there's a few people around here. It's always nice, except when they're trying to steal your mobs, of course. And luckily these guys seemed okay. No reason to be all cutthroat in beta. But I'm sure the first day will be total madness. First day this game goes live. I mean, you know how it is in WoW. I mean, and I imagine that the players that are attracted to Rift will be a lot like WoW players, so you know, everybody knows how the WoW player base is. I don't have to explain that, do I? Just a few more mobs to kill, so bear with me here, and get to enjoy the death animations with me. I mean, that's something I meant to say earlier, is they have some pretty cool death animations, and I noticed like the skeletons, their heads pop off and all that, so you gotta love that kind of stuff. And as you can see, the beta's getting pretty crowded now. There's getting to be quite a few people in this open beta. And if you want to get in the beta, just go to riftgame.com, make an account, and sign up for all the beta stuff, and you'll get your email with where to download the client, all that good stuff. And it doesn't take any time to do it. And there's only like about 5 days left in this beta. I have to look that up too, but I know there's not very many days left. And well, you can actually play the game yourself and see how you like it. I mean, videos are great. I mean, I watch videos of games I play myself, but there's no real experience for, you know, except for play it yourself and try it yourself. Nothing replaces that. And as you can see over there, according to our mini map, there's our next quest objective. And this quest was a little odd. I guess I should really read the quests a little bit closer. I mean, I kind of breeze through them. It's just a habit of mine, and that's just the way I like to play. I like to go back and do the quests later, but anyway, I beat this guy down, and after this, I guess the real boss spawns. And there he is. He finally showed his ugly face. And has a bunch of stuff to say. And this was kind of a weird fight. I mean, I was fighting him, and I think that other person was helping me, and then I get completely stunned and immobilized. I can't move or anything like that. And he runs down the hill and disappears, and I was like, what do I do? Do I chase him or what? And I wasn't sure what to do, so I tried to chase him. He was gone. You know, but it could be a beta thing. I mean, like, you know, the quest. It sure seemed like you were supposed to chase him down the hill. So anyway, I won't worry about it. Time for a little cliff diving here. Got to do a little cliff diving in these games. And you see right here that I'm on top of the quest objective, but I don't see the person who's supposed to be here. And once again, I don't know if it's because of the rift over there or what. But I look around, and unless they're underground, they aren't here. Ah, well, I might as well go turn this other quest in. No sense wasting the day. And it looks like there is day and night to this game. I have to read up on that and see what's up with the day and night cycle. Might just be the lighting effects. Now that is really awesome right there, that an NPC will recognize you before you even click on them. I mean, like he said, good to see you. That's a nice touch. I like that.
Best of luck.
That's pretty cool. Now this quest coming up, it turned out to be the best so far. So it does look like things are getting a little more interesting. And over here is a soul mender. Not sure what this is all about. I guess your soul can be damaged or something. I don't know. I have to read up on that. I'm trying to do these videos as a complete noob. That way you get to experience the content as we go along. And I haven't read too much on purpose because I like to experience it knowing nothing prior. You know, that way everything's fresh and magical, and you know, everything's a little more mysterious when you don't overread on a game. And back to the plains once again, and this video turned out to be over twice as long as my previous videos, but that's alright. I was hoping to do one quest hub per video, and it was working out well to around 15 minutes per hub, but that's changed as these quest hubs have gotten bigger, and so I have to change my strategy on that. Yes, a sparkly catapult. And this quest was a lot of fun, and sit back and enjoy this. And first I have to kill this knucklehead real fast. Wasn't that awesome? I just love that. That's awesome. Questing is definitely getting better now. Just had to try it out one more time to see if you get double credit, and looks like it's working as intended, devs. So nobody's going to be cheating on this catapult. And now for my next victim. Let's see. There we go. Just have to knock this guy out of the way. Seems like, you know, like I was saying earlier, like some guys are really hard and some guys are really easy in this area. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Like I said, beta, Rift, either one of those things. And a level. Can't beat that. Getting on up there now. There we go. And they all fall down. And, well, things were going well, folks. And I thought I'd see if the person had returned that we need to speak with over here. Then, unfortunately, the server bit the dust. And I thought maybe I just crashed, you know, like maybe my client had just crashed, but no, the entire server went down. So with that, I'm going to end this video, and I'll pick up here next time. I'll get back to this point, and thanks for taking the journey with me, and let's all hope the crash didn't roll me back too far. If it did, no big deal. This has been The Gamer Down, and I am your host, Dark Hostess. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll tune in again next time. Please subscribe if you haven't already.